Now, with F1 Trade, okay, you can also use Robinhood. You know, Robinhood's going to be a good CFD broker. It's come to the UK soon. But I'm using F1 Trade. It's in the Bahamas. Okay, you want to learn about CFDs? Basically, CFDs, contracts for difference. If you start off with this broker, you won't be buying selling the real shares, but if you start winning consistently over a long period of time, then the actual broker will start buying the underlying shares. So if they see that you're a winner, they'll either do it by a human approach, or they'll do it by an algorithm, you know, software that analyzes your actual trading results and the frequency of how much you trade. So once you've been with these brokers for a while, if you're winning and building your account up, that instead of trading CFDs, which are like fake stocks, you know, they're just making up these prices that mirror the price of the actual stock market, you'll actually be effectively buying the underlying stock, because the broker itself will switch and start buying the underlying stock, so that basically they won't lose money, they'll still make money. So if you start making money with F1 Trade, they will start making money. If you lose money with F1 Trade, they will make money. But if you start making money, they'll also make money. And this is the beauty of the broker. This is how they operate, and this is in the Bahamas. But you know, it's fine. There's been people that. Anyway, I don't want to go into that. Okay, so F1 Trade, and they'll give you 6 times buying power if you got over $500. So say I've got $1,000. Okay, so I've got $1,000 in my account. They're going to give me $6,000 to trade with, and that's that buying power with F1 Trade. I have to be out of the position half an hour before the market closes. I can't have an open position with this much buying power after the market closes. I can have 2 times buying power overnight. So I can have $2,000 worth of exposure, you know, to the markets overnight. But I never, ever, 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 ever hold stocks overnight. Okay, that's just FYI. But because you get gap risk, you know, stocks can gap up and down overnight. I don't want any risk at all. This is what I'm saying. 3% is this is the strategy I'm going to show you. Okay, so $6,000 in my account. So I'm trading stocks with any account balance, okay? Unless I get really big, you know. But I'm talking up to an account balance of, you know, $30,000 or something. You know, I'll use these exact price stocks to trade with, because obviously I'm gonna explain why in a second, okay? So $6,000. Okay, so that's my buying power, and basically I don't want to lose any more than 3%. So how do I do this? How do I make it easy to find the number of shares that I can buy for any position? Oh no, the reason it's capped at so $9 shares, yeah, $9 shares to $3, or $3 to $9. You know, the reason it's like that is because I want to be using my buying power as well. So I want to be using the clout of that $6,000. So I want to be using that clout. And if it wasn't $1,000, if it was $2,000, that would be $12,000, and I want to be using that full clout of that $12,000, but only ever losing 3%. Okay, so the reason it's $9 is because if I put that too high, you know, in the stocks I'm looking for, then my max amount of shares would, you know, I wouldn't be able to lose 3%. I'd only be able to lose, you know, 2% or 1%. So if it was a stock that was at $12, for example, I wouldn't even be able to lose 3%, because I wouldn't be able to buy enough shares to lose 3%. So while I'm doing it from $3 to $9, so even if the stock's $3, I'm still taking the same amount of risk. You know, so what I'm doing, I'm buying the same amount of shares, but relative to my stop loss. Okay, so I'm going to show you the stop loss. So say I buy a stock. So I buy a stock at $5. So I buy a stock at $5, and I put a stop loss. You can do that in the broker. You just put an order there, and basically, if it drops down to $4.94 on the bid, remember, then it will fill my order, and I'll be taking out the trade. Okay, and so what I'm doing now is I'm calculating how I can lose 3%. So if I buy a stock, so I'm going to put here, look, buy stock. Sorry, I'm getting a bit tired now. $6, you know. One sec. Buy a stock at $6, and stop loss at 5.89, for example. Or basically, I might short stock and the spread might be bigger. So the spread might not be 1 cent per share. The spread might be 2 cents per share or 3 cents per share. So the spread can fluctuate as well. This is one of the things you're going to learn along the way, you know. But it's, you know, it's not. It's anyway. So stop loss 5.89. So basically that's 11 cents. Okay. But you have to add another cent for fees. So basically, you know, if you had so that includes the spread. So you basically you've bought the stock at 5.01, and the stop loss is at 5.94. That includes the spread. So all you're paying now is another cent per share. So basically, if you bought the stock there and it goes out for 4.94, that'd be 6 cents plus 1 cent per share for fees. So 6 cents plus 1 cent fees. So basically that would be 7 cents. Now